The wolf in sheep's clothing. Once upon a time, in a lush, peaceful valley where the grass grew green and soft under the warm sun, there lived a large flock of gentle sheep. They grazed happily on the dewy meadows under the careful watch of a kindly shepherd. The sheep were known for their soft, woolly coats and their friendly, trusting nature. But not far beyond the borders of this serene pasture roamed a cunning and hungry wolf, whose mind was always filled with schemes to sate his appetite. The wolf had tried many times to sneak up on the flock, but the vigilant shepherd and the unity of the sheep had always foiled his attempts. One chilly morning, as a light mist clung to the earth, the wolf hatched a clever plan. "If I cannot be seen as a threat, then I shall disguise myself as one of them," he thought. With that in mind, the wolf gathered remnants of wool discarded near an old barn and, with great care, wrapped himself in a cloak of soft, fake fleece. He even painted his snout with mud to hide his sharp features, so that he might appear just like the other sheep. Confident in his disguise, the wolf trotted quietly down to the pasture. At first, the flock paid him little attention. He shuffled along with the others, joining in their gentle bleats and grazing on the sweet, tender grass. The sheep, trusting and untroubled by appearances, accepted him as one of their own. The wolf, reveling in his deception, listened closely to their conversations, learning their habits and the rhythms of the flock. He bided his time, waiting for the perfect moment to strike and seize his long-coveted meal. Yet, among the flock, there was one wise and observant sheep named Stella. Stella was older than most and had seen many seasons pass in the valley. She had an uncanny sense for when things were not quite right. As days passed, Stella began to notice subtle differences in this new sheep. While the others moved slowly and with a carefree air, the wolf, hidden beneath his borrowed wool, moved with a peculiar, almost predatory gait. His eyes, though hidden by layers of disguise, occasionally flashed with a glint that did not belong in the gentle light of the meadow. One cool evening, as the sun dipped low and painted the sky in brilliant oranges and pinks, Stella felt a growing unease. She approached the shepherd, who was preparing to gather the flock for the night, and whispered her concerns. With a furrowed brow, the shepherd decided to watch the flock more closely under the starry sky. That night, as the sheep huddled together in the safety of the barn, the shepherd's keen eyes caught sight of the disguised wolf creeping near the lambs. The wolf, emboldened by his deception, had ventured away from the group to get closer to the vulnerable young sheep. Realizing the imminent danger, the shepherd raised his voice in a firm command and rushed out with his lantern. Startled by the sudden intrusion and the loud, authoritative call, the wolf's disguise began to unravel. In the brightness of the lantern's glow, his true, cunning eyes and sharp teeth were revealed, and the remaining sheep bleated in alarm. With no time to waste, the shepherd chased the intruder away from the flock. The wolf, realizing his ploy had been discovered, scampered back into the dark forest, his dreams of an easy meal dashed for the night. In the morning, the flock gathered together once again, and the shepherd praised Stella for her watchful care, reminding everyone that even in a world that often seems peaceful, a little caution goes a long way. The incident left a lasting lesson among the sheep. They learned that appearances can be deceiving and that it is wise to be aware of one's surroundings, no matter how safe things might seem. And while the wolf continued to lurk in the shadows beyond the valley, the flock grew even closer and more vigilant, united in their shared understanding of trust and caution. Moral of the story **** Never be fooled by outward appearances, for sometimes those who seem harmless may hide dangerous intentions. True safety comes from being alert and trusting your instincts, and by looking beyond the surface, you can protect yourself and those you care about.